Need for handling version during documentation. In the previous step, we had added the versioning support for our Web API project. Also, we added courses 2 controller to add version 2.0 support for the cms.webapi project. With this, you need to understand what is the need for handling version with respect to documentation. To understand this, let's go and check the output of the Swagger file as well as the Swagger UI that has been created after adding this new courses 2 controller. If you look at the JSON file that has been created, if you go to the paths section, you can notice that we have the list of action methods for courses, individual course ID and students. But look at what had happened after that. We have another instance of courses, course ID and students. So basically the endpoints has got duplicated. So is this correct or not expected? It's both yes and no. The reason being we need add multiple versions, hence we added second controller. But from the documentation point of view, it is not reflecting the versioning information that has been added. It is just considering everything to be of the same version. Let's see what happens in the case of Swagger UI. Here you can notice that for the courses resource, we have get post for the courses, individual course ID, as well as for the students. And just the way we have seen in the case of JSON document, we have all those set of endpoints duplicated. Hence, both this OpenAPI documentation as well as the relevant Swagger UI documentation has got those set of endpoints correctly, but they are missing the versioning information. So what is the ideal situation? The correct way is for both the documentation as well as for the UI to reflect the versioning information that was added. It should ideally group all these into version 1 and version 2 respectively. That's where we need to add support for versioning for the documentation. Let's see how to do this in the next lesson.